Hi, my name's Tammi Hendricks. I'm a makeup artist with theright.fit, and today I'm going to be showing you a few ways that you can use some of the staple items in your kit to get the most out of them. Today I have Keira, our beautiful model here, who's going to be helping me show you these looks, and hopefully we'll be able to knock them over pretty quickly so that if you're on the go, you can achieve this look in next to no time. You know, typically you don't want to be taking your whole kit with you on every job, or if you're just at work or you're going to an event after work, something that you can just slip in your purse. So today I'm going to show you how we use a duo, which is just the illuminator and the bronzer, and you can keep that with you to get a really fresh look wherever you are. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply the highlight colour to the light points of Keira's face. And the idea with the highlighter is that it reflects where the light would naturally bounce off the face. So you never want to combine your bronzer and your highlighter together. You don't blend them together, you actually apply them in separate places. So where I'm applying it firstly is to the cheekbone. If you can see, Keira, I'm just going to move her face. Where the light naturally touches is where the highlighter should be applied. And I'm just using a soft, short brush here to apply it very gently and lightly, and just use a little to start, and you can always build it. The natural place for the light to touch is also underneath the brow bone, and so that's where I bring the colour up, and as you can see, it's creating a sort of triangle here of light. If I then apply it on the inner rim, just on either side of the nose, that completes the light around the eye, and it actually draws more light to the eye area, so that will brighten the eye. So I'm just going to even it up on the other side here for Keira. So again, going very gently in, using a soft tapered brush, underneath the brow bone, and either side of the eye, of the nose, sorry. Now, I can also use the highlight on the top of the eyelid, so just close for me here, to brighten the eyelid, and this will work beautifully when I use the contouring colour in later to add depth and shadow to the eye. The last places that I use a highlighter is to add dewiness. So the top of the point of the nose here, in between the two eyes, and also on the cupid's bow of the lips, and you want to go very, very, very gently here. You don't want to overload that section because it will look glittery. You can also apply it to the middle of the bottom lip to add a bit of fullness and give that illusion of a fuller lip down the bottom. So with the bronzer can be used as a contouring colour. So you might have heard of contouring kits, but bronzer is actually meant to add warmth and depth and to shape the face. It's not meant to be used as a blush, so we don't overload the face, and we certainly don't apply the bronzer all over the face. There's very specific points where you should apply your bronzer, and you should never apply it over a highlighter because that will muddy the two colours together. So even when you get a bronzer and a highlighter duo, just remember that they're supposed to be used separately. So I use a big fluffy brush, and I make sure that I only put a small amount of bronzer on my brush before I apply it to my face. You might want to tap that off onto your hand to make sure that you don't have any excess bronzer before you start applying. So I'm going to apply it to the hollow of Keira's cheeks, which is just underneath her cheekbones here. So if you suck your cheekbones in, that'll give you a good indication of where you should apply it, just through here. And I'm going to buff this through very, very gently. The best way to do this if you're in the mirror is looking straight in the mirror. You will be able to see where you're applying the colour, and you just build it very, very gradually. So if you have a look to the side, the colour is very, very subtle at this point. I can build it up, but what I want to do is just buff that in. And all it's doing is creating a step between the highlighter and giving it a bit more of a pronounced cheekbone. Now the other place that we can apply bronzer is to the temples. And again, I'm going with the same brush. What that does, if you just apply a small amount, is it then creates a parallel line from under the cheekbone to above the brow bone, and it also helps the highlighter to do its job. So I'm just doing the other side here. And you'll notice that this is very, very subtle. I'm not adding a huge amount of colour to Keira's face. I'm just softening her features, and you don't need to use bronzer all over the face, only in the places that you want to actually balance out the jawline. Now, one place that you might not have used bronzer before is in the hollows and the crease of your eye, and this is what I want to show you today. So to add some harmony and continuity through the face, you can actually use your bronzer as your secondary eyeshadow. So we've used the highlighter on the top of the lid to accentuate and highlight that lid. Now I'm going to add some depth to the eyelid by just gently placing that bronzer through the brow bone and in the crease. If you're not sure where to go, get your ring finger and press underneath your eyebrow bone here. That'll give you a good indication of where you should apply the color. And I'm using a fluffy brush just to go back and forth and accentuate that crease. If you're on the go, this is a really good way of just emphasizing your features, giving you a little bit of warmth around the eyes, and it's super easy if you don't have a lot of time. You don't have to be experienced to add this color. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because all it's doing is pulling together all the different sections that you've bronzed. And that's the finished look. It's just glowing, radiant, and it has a little bit of contouring through the face just to give it shape and dimension. With lipstick, ordinarily you'd just pop it straight on your lips, but lipstick's actually a great cream blush because it allows you to get a really luminous glow that looks like it's coming from within your skin underneath, and perfect on days where it's really hot and you don't want to wear powdered makeup. And also it allows you to create a dewy complexion on the skin. So I'm actually going to use the lipstick straight from the bullet, and Keira, if you just smile for me, just applying to the apples of the cheeks. I'm just dabbing the lipstick straight onto the apples of the cheeks. And then I'm using my fingers to go in and blend it. Now the beauty of this product is that you don't have to have brushes with you. You can easily do this on the go. It just adds that warmth to your face, and it also gives you a nice harmony of colors when you then apply the same lipstick to your lips and also through your eyes. So close your eyes for me, Keira. I've chosen a really matte, dusty rose color here, which is perfect for her eyes. You don't want to use anything that's got menthol or lip plumping in the lipstick anywhere near your eyes, and even potentially near your cheeks, because that could irritate them. But anything that's matte and has a neutral tone to it, so maybe has a little bit of brown through it, an ochre or terracotta, can look really beautiful and fresh. And again, you just apply this straight from the lipstick itself, and then you use your finger to just blend it out. And go slowly because you can always apply more later. So just open your eyes for me, Keira. As you can see, she's got beautiful green eyes, so that's really enhanced those the green in her eyes. And now we're just going to apply it as we normally would. And that's the finished look. Easy and very, very simple to achieve.
I'm into you. I'm into you. I'm into you.